Well, hi there. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to My Life, My Way. I didn't get away this week, and Adelaide had really shitty thunderstorms and weather, and it's about to come in bad again. So today is Sunday morning. It is 11 a.m. and I am on dinner duty. My sister works on Sundays, so I said that I would throw a slow cooker on for us, and I thought, why not show you? I'm a bit of a I just throw it all in the pot kind of girl. I don't really stick to recipes, but it seems to turn out okay. So today we are doing a slow cooker with, a red base sauce. I've got a big chunk of chuck steak here, which I'm going to chuck in the hole and hopefully be able to just shred it up. Usually I dice it up, but I really can't be bothered today. We have onion, capsicum, some mushrooms. I basically just throwing everything I've got to use in there before it goes out of date or goes yucky. So we will see how we go. I don't really like to spend hours cooking. I will for particular dishes and certain reasons, but other than that, yeah, I've had a very lazy weekend, sort of. Went out yesterday for breakfast with my friend who has just now recently bought the business that I own, that I work for. So big congratulations to her if and when she gets to see this video. I'm very proud of her, and it should make our lives at work so much easier, because the boss we have at the moment she doesn't care anymore, so which makes our lives really difficult when we're trying to keep people happy with food, and she just can't be bothered or doesn't want to spend the money to buy the stock that we need. As I said, I'm sure there's more to it, but she doesn't like to divulge that information to us, which isn't unusual for bosses, but it would really help if we could at least explain to our customers. My mushrooms are a bit frozen. If we could at least explain to our customers why we don't have what they want. But as I said, I think it's going to be a pretty rough couple of, 8 weeks, I think, until the end of the year when we stop work, and that's when the new owners take over. The new owner is a driver herself, which means that she gets what we need more than anybody. She's been in it for a very long time, just like the rest of us. And yeah, as I said, big huge shout out to her. I won't mention any names because that would just be rude. But yes, so very much looking forward to seeing what the new year brings, even though I really don't plan on hanging around all that long, because I only want to do another year before I retire and start to travel a bit more full on. And with this job, I just can't do that, because the only time we get off is on the weekends, public holidays, and then 2 weeks off over Christmas, which most people would say, well, that's a pretty sweet deal. And it is a very sweet deal, but it's just not really what I want at the minute. One day, when I decide to go back to work, I will go back, and I'm sure she will give me my job back. But yes, so we have chopped up capsicum now, mushrooms, lots of carrots. I'm going to, as I said, this will feed me, her and my nephew for tonight, and then give me a few dishes to put in the freezer for a later date. So I only cook, I don't know, a couple of times a month generally, and then I just fill my freezer with fresh cooked leftovers and take them out as needed. Oops, that one goes outside. Start all. Let me just do the onion. far this morning. I've had quite a lazy morning actually. Me and Mr. Drew, who is over there on the couch, looking at me like, bitch, oh, you didn't eat your Vickies. He's not happy about this weather at all. Yesterday was quite stressful for him. Wasn't it, Robin? But as I said, there's not much I can do other than just sit with him, keep him calm, and wait for the storms to pass. But I don't know. Anything loud seems to rattle him. Doesn't like motorbikes, doesn't like loud cars. Obviously, I like my food kind of chunky, if you haven't noticed. So, I should be able to tell what I'm eating. And in the slow cooker, it all collapses right down. Just let me wash my hands. So yes, right, we're going to spray this. Yeah, we'll do some paprika. Not very many mixed herbs left, so we will do the last of those and then just add in some oregano. Spoon. I like our garlic in this family, so there's only a tiny little spoon, so don't be alarmed. There we go. Okay, that needs to go back in the fridge. Alright, there we go. We also have, what are we doing? I'll throw a can of diced tomatoes in here. And a can of condensed mushroom soup. Why not? And then I have some beef stock here that was in the fridge, so we might as well use that up too. Slowly getting warm. I don't know, probably about a cup, maybe. As I said, I'm very big on measurements. What is it they say on all the American shows? Till it feels right. Keep adding till it feels right. I never used to be able to cook like this. Once upon a time I used to follow a recipe, like measure all the cups out, teaspoons, tablespoons, all the crap. It was very funny about what ingredients I mixed with what. And then I just got to the point where it's like, ah, fuck it, just chuck it in. I did, most of the time it works. Most of the time. I did have a dish, because I try to redo a lot of the ones I see on YouTube myself. But we don't always have the same products that they do, so it's a bit hard to find them sometimes. And yeah, I made one, I don't know, a couple months ago now. And it really wasn't great. It wasn't like, you know, absolutely disgusting, but it really wasn't great. So, and I had freezed 2 or 3 containers of the leftovers. So I was like, oh God, I don't like to waste food. So what did I do? I chucked a shitload of barbecue sauce in there and some cheese. And what do you know? It was edible. So if you ever get stuck and you make something that's gross, chuck some barbecue sauce in there. Make it edible. Actually, that's what I will add to this. We'll add some Worcestershire sauce. And of course, some barbecue sauce. Just till it feels right. Spoon back out the sink, which I hear that there's a lot of judgment that goes on with these channels when it comes to cooking. And you know what? I cook my way. You're not eating it, so I don't really think it matters. You take some inspiration or you find it funny or somewhat entertaining, that's great. If not, well, it's not really my problem. Alright, so what are we doing? We'll go to the... Ugh. Oh, it's a bit too look. But, what are we going to do? We'll grab the spoon out the drawer. And just diced tomatoes. And then whatever this concoction is. No! Go, that'll be all of that. I do have some spinach that I am going to throw in, but probably will leave that until just before we're ready to serve because it will just disappear. And it's always nice to have a cup of green when you're serving dishes like this that you add at the last minute. Let's mix all that up. Then we will, and tuck all the vegetables in. I usually do this with small amounts of meat, so I don't know whether that was a good idea or not. And I'll just chuck our chuck steak in. Ew. I know I watch all these shows and everybody puts salt and pepper in their food. I don't really know. I don't like salt, to be honest. I might put some pepper in there just to probably keep my sister happy more than anyone. I have started to add little bits of pepper to my food, but it's just never been a me thing. My food's always tasted good enough to me. But I think that's it. Oh, I'll give you a quick look. Okay, so there is our slow cooker, and I will put that on low. As I said, it is now a whopping 10 past 11, so that took a whole of 10 minutes to prepare. So I'll put that on low. Oops. We usually eat about 6, so I will check it about 5, maybe 4, see how we go, because it's only beef obviously, so you don't want to, as I said, I can always just turn it down to keep warm for a while. And yeah, might have been a bit early, but we will see. As I said, I just want to pretty much be able to shred the meat, and then we will serve it with mashed potato later. But that's about it for today. And then we have a very sad looking Mr. Drew over on the couch. What's the matter? So hard done by this dog, I swear to God. I would love to come back and have me as owner. Yes. But no, I'd end up with some asshole that'd leave me locked outside all day and night. Not that you know what that's like. Hey, Bobby. Just putting some stuff away. Alright, so now it's just time to do a bit of a clean up. Not that there was a lot of mess made. As I said, I like nice easy meals, and I'm not even in view, which doesn't bother me, but depends on what you're watching for, I suppose. As I said, not much mess at all. Probably help if I put the lid on. Oh, it's been one of those mornings so far. Alright, well, that's about it. So I've got a little bit of a clean up to do. I've just done some washing. What else did I do today? Oh, I changed the smoke alarm in my bedroom area because the one in there did not work. So I bought a new one weeks ago and just never ever got around to putting up. But unfortunately now it has left a big bare mark on my ceiling. So hopefully that will motivate me to get in and do the touch-up painting that needs to be done in there. I do have a list of places that need to be done because it's been almost 10 years since I moved in to there. So there's a few spots in the main house too that need to be retouched. I'm also looking at painting the outside of the house. I have found a product that I like, so it's just a matter of sourcing that. But yeah, all in time. As I said, that will be interesting because the product that I found, you have to put on with like a mitt. It's like a woolen mitt you put on your hand and you just smear it all over the brickwork. So that will be interesting. I might have to call in all the troops for that one. Well, mother, anyway. I'm not really sure. I could probably get my sister might do a little bit, but she's not real into getting all messy and stuff. And so it was a bit funny when I got her to help us pull up all the carpet and the floorboard lino in the main house when I replaced the floors in there earlier this year. And she was, oh, can't we pay somebody to do this? It was quite funny actually. But whereas I am very much like my mother, I'll get in there and get it done. My sister is more the type of person that will throw money at a problem, so she doesn't have to do it. It's quite funny, but she does get in there and give it a go sometimes. So what can I say? Yeah. All right then. Well, I'm gonna clean this mess up. I'm gonna hang out my laundry, and then I'm gonna hit the couch with the dog. And there's a couple of crime shows I think I found last night that I might just binge watch the shit out of them until I decide to find some motivation and do something else maybe. But anywho, I will bring you back and show you the finished product at some stage. Have a great Sunday. Okay, so we are back. It is 5:30. I am about to put the potatoes on. I'm cheating tonight and just going to put them in the pressure cooker. That way they won't take very long. So if we just, there we go. What are we doing here? So we want pressure cook, maybe 6 minutes. I think that's it. Is that what you do? There we go. Haven't used it very many times. But there we go, and we have it on pressure so the thing's closed. I've already turned this down to keep warm. It smells amazing. Oops, you're not even looking at it because, yep, I'm too busy watching what I'm doing. I need this one. So I pulled the meat out and shredded that, I don't know, probably about an hour ago. It came apart absolutely beautiful. My house smells amazing. My sister came down so I could dye her hair just before, and even she was like, yeah, it smells good. So we will just leave that on, keep warm, wait for the potatoes to be ready. They are coming down for dinner, so I'm not sure if I will be able to film the serving. Okay, hi there. I was just jumping on to do an outro because I realised that putting together the video of Sunday's dinner, I didn't do one. I didn't even take a photo, to be honest. Obviously, the house peoples came down and time just got away from me. So basically, it turned out amazing. Which I could lie to you and do that. And it was absolute shit. But no, it wasn't. It was just a typical nice slow cooker meal for and you're just a normal everyday family. So, as I said, it was just shredded beef with all the vegetables and mashed potatoes. So anywho, it turned out wonderful, and maybe as I go I will get better at finishing these things off. But anywho, so there we go. That's all for now, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.